Hi, today we will talk about pseudoscience, especially the types of pseudoscience. Are you ready to listen? Then, let's start. Do you know what pseudoscience means? First, pseudo means fake, sham, bogus. So, its exact meaning is beliefs that are claimed to be both scientific and factual but are incompatible with the scientific method. Then you can be curious why people say it is problem. Here is 4 reasons why pseudoscience is problem. First, it refuses to ground its doctrine. Second, while normal sciences are proven by experiment, it refuses to test this doctrine by experiment proper. Third, it lacks a self-correction mechanism. Lastly, its primary aim is to influence things and men. Their purpose is not just for studying. They want to profit by manipulating people.
From now, we are going to introduce the types of pseudoscience. Let's learn about anti-science. It refers to a position that rejects science and scientific method. Those who take an anti-science position disagree that science is an objective method or universal knowledge. Generally, anti-science is classified in that it implies aggression toward existing science and can be interpreted as a hate speech toward science. First, climate change denial is a prime example. This is the claim that global warming is not really happening. This is a claim that has been made in the past, when evidence of global warming was not clearly revealed. However, there are still some advocates of this claim, including President Donald Trump of the United States. President Trump is denying that global warming is not true in an attempt to withdraw from the Paris Climate Agreement in favor of his own national priority. The second is flat Earth. People believe that the Earth was flat until about the 4th century BC, when scientists and philosophers of ancient Greece proposed the idea that the shape of the Earth was round. Around 330 BCE, Aristotle gave the first evidence that the Earth is round. However, there were still people who supported the idea that the Earth was flat. In modern times, British inventor Samuel Lewisham began to raise hypotheses in favor of flatness. After his death, his followers founded the Universal Genetic Society. The Flat Earth Society published a magazine called The Earth Not a Globe Review until the early 20th century. As an aside, in recent years, a terrorist group in the Islamic world, Boko Haram, has been killing people who insist on a flat global theory and teach the fact that the planet is round. As such, anti-science is an argument against the nature of science itself, and there are cases in which their arguments are distorted as science when their understanding of science is insufficient.
Let's find out what alternative medicine is. If pseudoscience is used in medicine, it is called alternative medicine. This claims therapeutic effects but lacks scientific evidence. It includes alternative cancer treatments or folk remedies and more. As an example of alternative medicine, in Korea, people prick their hands with a needle when they can't digest. The effect on this varies from person to person, but it has not been verified medically. Another example is putting your feet in vinegar when you have athlete's foot. Vinegar is acidic, so it's not treating as food. It's melting the dead skin cells, and it's a dangerous way. However, alternative medicine can also develop into medicine if clear scientific principles or clinical grounds are revealed. The bee sting started as a folk remedy, but anti-inflammatory and pain-reducing effects were disclosed. But people need to be treated by an expert in the hospital because it can be dangerous.
Then let's talking about junk science. There is a very interesting background on the word junk science. Junk science is a word that emerged during the debate about global warming. Climate change skeptics accused environmentalists of selectively seeking data to support the conclusion that global warming is happening. In reality, opponents, not environmentalists, were creating fake science that fits the claim that climate change does not exist. It is because of their thought that the government may curb free business due to global warming. Therefore, the definition of junk science is a science that attempts to mislead the public by deliberately distorting the result of research on a topic that may cause profit or damage to a certain company, field, or market. There is also a famous example of junk science in Korea. The humidifier disinfectant was discontinued in 2011, as it was found to be the cause of fatal lung symptoms in pregnant women and children. As it turned out, the company gave scientists money to receive manipulated results. As such, companies will continue to make profits from junk science. Junk science is a form of questioning theories, and it is difficult to distinguish them, because there may be scientific skepticism about theories other than junk science. Nevertheless, there is a need for a way to regulate this, so that it is no longer harmed by junk science like the humidifier case.
What's pseudoscience? Let's learn about it. Pseudoscience is something that is not yet recognized as science, but there is a possibility that it will develop into science. Therefore, in order for it to become a science, it needs to be verified through experiment. Examples of pseudoscience are astrology, alchemy, and etc. In early astrology, there was a study of astronomy, but astrology is not recognized as a science now. Alchemy has become the foundation of modern chemistry, but now it is not recognized as a science. Unlike the previous cases, which were not recognized as science, general relativity theory, plate tectonics, and evolution theory were recognized as science through verification. One of them is the general theory of relativity, which started as a theoretical work which had not been tested. But the theory of general relativity was demonstrated by Eddington's total eclipse observation in May 1919. If Einstein's theory was correct, the light that passes near the sun curves under the influence of the sun's gravitational field, so the stars had to appear slightly more shifted than their actual position. Eddington took a picture at night and again in the same place on the island when the eclipse occurred. If the two pictures show different positions of stars around the sun, the theory of relativity can be proved. The photographs he took clearly show the light bands according to the theory. Therefore, the theory of general relativity could be proved. There are still many pseudosciences that have not yet been fully verified. Its examples include cryonics, abiogenesis, ornithology, binaural beats, the existence of alien life, and etc. Cryonics is the practice of preserving humans and pets by storing them at the temperatures where metabolism and decay are almost completely stopped for the purpose of future reanimation. The problem with it is that people have yet to find a way to defrost, and that because of the substances used to freeze them, even if the person who is trying to freeze is alive, they must kill them and freeze them. Binaural beats is the use of two different audio tones to produce a unique tone in hertz in the brain for health benefits. Unverified proto-sciences can be dangerous. But if the existing proto-sciences are verified and become science, science can be developed. Also, there will be changes in our lives.
So far, we have learned about anti-science, alternative science, junk science, and proto-science in pseudoscience. Here, I got surprising accident of pseudoscience in reality. Korean famous comedy program 무한도전 showed alternative science in 2013. Did you guys watch this? I prepared a short video. Let's watch. This test is called O-ring test. Do you believe this O-ring test is right? Well, it was fully unproven science. According to a broadcast act, when broadcasting unscientific content, we have to represent it like this. But they didn't. So it should be criticized. After this accident, Oriental doctors mad at this doctor because of his offense. In these days, pseudoscience is a very sensitive issue. When faced with a scientific theory, it is necessary not to believe unconditionally, but to verify it to determine whether it is the right theory or not. Thank you for watching our video.